Yet this is one of the supreme claims of all mystical religions, and particularly Vedanta, because it is through and through established on the experiences in the superconscious plane. We have accepted that as a necessary thing. And you will find this is the claim there, that one can have another kind of perception, a truer perception, a correct perception. You see, until you have that, you do not really know. You take for granted. There is one statement made in one of the Upanishads. It's a very well-known text, and oftentimes it is quoted. And our authors also have dwelt upon this. Ahara shuddho sattva shuddhi, sattva shuddho dhruva smriti. There is a method shown by which one can attain to steady memory. Now this is the literal translation of this expression, dhruva smriti. Smriti means recollection or memory. Dhruva means steady. That is to say, that there would not be any doubt about it or any break about it or any change about it. Why is it called memory or recollection? Because our authors think as if we ought to have remembered our own true nature, which is spiritual, and we have, as it were, have forgotten it, and we now regain that lost memory. Memory is not really meant here to be just a thought, but actual perception. But how do you gain this? When your being has become shuddham, that is to say pure. Sattva shuddhi it is called. The purification of being. When our being has become pure, then we gain this eternal memory or eternal perception. But how do we purify our own being? And there it is said, ahara shuddhi, purification of food. The commentators have explained this text in different ways. And Swami Vivekananda says that all these different ways could be included together. For example, the great commentator Ramanuja was a devotee. He emphasized when he spoke of purification of food, he emphasized the external food, that is to say, which we habitually eat. And he said this food should be pure. And he shows in his commentary how there are several kinds of impurities in the food. And if we are careful about those things, eventually our being will become purified. Shankara, however, who is a little more subtle than Ramanuja, he says that food here means food is that which is taken within. And actually this Sanskrit word lends itself to such a meaning. Ahara means a gathering within, or you just gather, you take from the outside and put inside. It could be the usual food, or it could be anything that you take within. And you know, just as there are food by which this body is nourished, so there is a food by which the senses and the mind and our heart and our consciousness are being nourished. And those things are certainly more important food than the food we eat in our dinner table. And Shankara says, purify all these things that you take in through the senses and through your mind and consciousness. And how do you do it? That is where the great struggle comes.